There seems to be an abundance almost of protests and resistance around the globe. Why is it happening? And why is it getting, of course, so little attention? Because most people don't cover the news, at least not international news. Here, let me take you through some of these. Kazakhstan. A new president was recently elected, and this is how the people there reacted. Watch. Mr. Tokayev won the election with 71% of the vote. Look at what happened on the streets. People seem to think he's too closely aligned to the ex-president, Nazarbayev. He was there for some 30 years, by the way. 500 protesters were arrested. All right, next, let's go to Hong Kong. Put it up. This one was really nuts. I mean, look at this. More than 1 million people take to the streets to protest an extradition law that allows China now to take Hong Kong citizens to face trial in the mainland. Not fair, say the people of Hong Kong, who feel like the days of China ruling over Hong Kong have long passed. And now let's do this. Let's go over to Albania. Can you believe this? I mean, all of this going on since Friday. These protests are because their elections were canceled. The president of the country recently stopped the election. That hardly ever is going to go over well. He said he had to do it to ease the political tensions. Thousands of Albanians took to the streets, some tossing Molotov cocktails at the police. And now from Albania to Moldova. Protest here seems, milder, maybe more peaceful nonetheless. Look at the number of people that take to the streets here. They were called after the pro-Russian president was stripped of his duties. Protesters have taken to the streets, but officially they say it could have been much worse. Still, authorities fear that violence could get worse, and in what is one of Europe's poorest countries. Now, finally, let's take you, staying in this hemisphere, to Venezuela. President Maduro has reopened the border to Colombia. Thousands of people immediately, it's like they knew it was kind of come or something. Suddenly thousands of people started crossing the bridge. They're going over there to buy food, medicine, and other household items. Police tried to organize it as best they could so they can get through. Violence has not occurred, but the situation obviously remains tense as U.S.-backed President Juan Guaido continues his claim, I should say, as the president of Venezuela. I know, it's confusing. Sounds like a perfect segment, doesn't it? All this going on in the world for John Jordan, who is, among many other things, as you know, a member of the Hoover Institution. All right. So, John, why don't we do this? Let's start with Kazakhstan, because I think a lot of people don't realize the size and the import of that particular country, both dimensionally and in terms of some very important geopolitics. Take it away.
Well, first of all, Kazakhstan is the world's largest landlocked country. It's the 9th largest in area in the world and has the largest border with Russia. It also has staggering amounts of natural resources, oil, gas, and a wide variety of metals. It's had one president, Mr. Nazarbayev, since 1990 when it was independent, but as an economy, it's done very, very well. By the World Bank, it was voted it was determined to be the 40th most business-friendly climate in the world out of 190 nations. It's had 3.5% or better GDP growth for the last 3 years. Demographically, however, and maybe this explains the protests a little bit, it's a very young country population-wise. Half of the population is younger than 29 years old, and they've never known another president. And Mr. Tokayev, while he's taking the presidency, the old president, Mr. Nazarbayev, is still retaining the title leader of the nation, head of the Security Council, and leader of the party, and he names the national capital after himself. So it really isn't a transition in the formal sense of the world, and there is not a tradition of pluralism or democratic democracy in the sense that maybe we understand it in the West, but there isn't a lot of poverty. It's been a pretty well-managed country, too.
I should add, and I don't know if we have a chance to have a map up. If not, many of you are smart enough. Everybody who watches this newscast is usually pretty smart, and you could Google it. But if you get a chance, Google the map of Kazakhstan and look why geopolitically, as John Jordan is about to explain to you, it is so important for Russia, whose chief export is oil. Right, John?
Absolutely. And Kazakhstan is an exporter of oil and gas as well. If you look at the map, you'll see it's situated between Russia and China. Politically, Kazakhstan has maintained very, very close relationship with Russia, but it's also been fairly friendly to the West and has had friendly relations with China as well. There's also an enormous pipeline that goes from the North Caspian all the way to China across Kazakhstan. So Kazakhstan truly sits astride east and west. And in addition to possessing vast mineral wealth, is also a route through which a lot of this liquid wealth, oil, travels.
And finally, since you mentioned China, what a perfectly opportune moment to talk about Hong Kong. Apparently, some of the residents there are teed off about the fact that the Chinese seem to be able to think that they can extradite any citizen there and take them over to the mainland and put them on trial. They say, no, we're not going to stand for this. Explain that to us, John.
Well, in 1997, the UK, Great Britain, handed over Hong Kong to Chinese rule. At the time, there was an agreement between the UK that for 50 years, until 2047, there'd be two systems, one country. That Hong Kong would retain its special status, would be more democratically ruled than the rest of China, and retain a lot of its free market characteristics. Now, it looks like they want to change the law such that a person can be extradited, as you just pointed out, Rick. But the current extradition laws of Hong Kong are the ones that existed pre-1997. And China is not a country to which, according to that body of law, which is still on the books, can be a resident of Hong Kong can be extradited. China is seeking to reestablish its sovereignty over Hong Kong. And this is perceived by many in Hong Kong as a route by which perhaps certain voices and points of view may be silenced in Hong Kong as Beijing reestablishes its dominance over the island.
John Jordan, as one of my aunts once said about me, he's handsome, he's smart, and he's got all his teeth. Thank you, John. We appreciate it. I'm Rick Sanchez. You found us on YouTube, and that's awesome. But you know what? I'm also live every night at 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern on DirecTV and Dish and cable and satellite.
All right, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, I'd like to get all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. I'd like to say double honors to my apostles, the great millstone that rule well. I'd like to say peace, salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing his word and truth to the city across the world, man. All right. This is another lesson, man. It's through RT America. All right. It says protests erupting worldwide. What's it mean? All right. What it mean is, the Lord is actually executing prophecy, man. That's what it mean, man. And it's all in the scriptures. All right. So I'm gonna get to it real quick, and I'm gonna show you what it mean, man. All right. Why it is happening? Okay. Why the Lord is bringing these type of these prophecies to pass like this, man? Why? Because he's doing it for us, man. Okay. But that's a whole nother topic, man. All right. So people want to know why is there a lot of uproars and all that shit. You know what I mean? But the brothers, the elect, you know what I'm saying? The elect, the Akim that's pushing his word, we know through the spirit power Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. But no further ado, I'm gonna go to the scriptures real quick. I'm gonna start off with Second Ezra 9:3. Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 3 say, therefore when shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world? All right. So basically you seeing this happening, man. All right. You seeing earthquakes and you seeing uproars, man. Uproars means You know, you see turmoil, confusion, and chaos, man. That's the uproars of the people. And that's exactly what you're seeing, all right? And this is prophecy, okay? It say, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Now, you see in different parts of the country, in different parts of the world, man, you seeing uproars of the people, man, all right? And this is why. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Lord already decreed, you know what I'm saying, what was going to take place in these last days, man. Okay? Because he the ancient of days. Okay? He spoke about this before. And it's happening now. And he got his prophets declaring it. All right. All right. So this been issued from the beginning, man. This been issued since before the world was created, man. The Lord already had this in mind. All right. It says, verse 5, it say, for like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and end. So it's basically a balance, man. Okay. Always a beginning and end. So the Lord requires a balance, man. Okay. And the end is manifesting. You see it firsthand. The end is manifesting right now. All right. You know, it's very transparent. It's very transparent and obvious that you see the world is ending, man. Okay. So it's manifesting itself, man. Okay. It say, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end. And that's a balance, man. Okay. The Lord made it like that. Yahweh Shema Shai created the world to have a beginning and an end, man. Okay. Like, you know, the scriptures, Genesis all the way to Revelations, because we live in the time of Revelations. We live in the time that's everything's being revealed, man. All right. And the end is manifest. And you know, it's role playing, all right, that you see, you know what I'm saying, that is very transparent, like I said before, and it's obvious, and you see this world ending, you see the basically the system crashing, man. Okay. So yeah, you see all the different works of the Most High, man, through prophecy, man. All right. I'm gonna go to let's see, 2 Ezra 15:1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the word of prophecy. Who we speaking to? We speaking to you so-called blacks, Lions, and Native Americans, man. We're only speaking to our people. All right. Basically, we speaking to the elect. All right. It said, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth. See, the Lord give us what to say. All right. The Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, give us the mind and the spirit, you know what I'm saying, to bring his word out, man. You know, through him. All right. Saith the Lord. It says, and cause them to be written in paper. Okay. And that paper is the scriptures. All right. For they are faithful and true. And you see why these protests is going on, man. I just read 2 Ezra 9:3. Tells you why. Okay. Because scripture is faithful and true, man. All right. I'm gonna jump down to it said uproars of the people. I'm gonna jump down to 15. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. The sword is a modern day gun, man. So destruction is coming. Destruction is coming near. It's already here, but it's gonna be, see, this when they're gonna shut down the internet. This when they're gonna take the prophets off the streets, man. Destruction is gonna come, man. All hell gonna break loose after we finish giving our warning through the spirit power of Yahweh Shema Shai. And one people shall stand up and fight against another. So it's gonna be all matter of chaos going on, man. Okay, in this world, man, especially in America. All right, you know, because America is a virgin right now, according to Isaiah 47:1. All right, it said, and swords in their hand, which is the modern day gun. It's gonna be a whole lot of shooting and killing, man. All right. For there shall be sedition among men, and that sedition represents rebellion. All right. So people going to stand up and fight against another. They're going to rebel against the government, man. All right. And invading one another. Right. People going to be going house to house. All right. Taking all people's goods and shit. All right. And you got these Gurkha troopers. They're going to be invading people too. All right. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Right. Because, like these different countries that have a president for 25 years, 15 years, and they get another president, they're gonna rebel, man, because they used to having one president, man. I believe, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, so they're gonna be uprising against their governors, their mayors, you know what I'm saying, the police, and this police thing is going on too, and they rising against the police. Just now, a day ago, a cop in Racine, Wisconsin was killed, man. Okay. So they rising up against the princes, man. Of course, of their action shall stand in their power. So basically, man, it ain't gonna be no authority. Ain't gonna be no authority, man. The authority is gonna be, hey, man. They say in the course of their action shall stand in their power. So it's gonna be in a citizen's power, man. All right. Any citizen that any country, any state, any city is gonna be in their power, man. Any citizen is gonna be in the citizen's power, man. All right. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay. So you see now Venezuela, they're going into another city, crossing the border to get food and get supplies for their houses, man. But it's going to come a time they ain't going to be able to do all that, man. Okay. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So all that's coming in fruition. Okay. That pride is that high-minded shit, man. The Lord is gonna bring all that pride down, especially in America, especially in Babylon, and that's the head of the pride shit, man. All right. So the city's gonna be trouble, man. It's gonna be martial law. All right. It's gonna be famine. Okay. It's gonna be race wars. All right. On a nationwide scale, the city's gonna be trouble, man. And you women, y'all gonna get raped. Y'all gonna get killed off, man. All right. Why? Because for the simple fact of your pride, man. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Men gonna be afraid because they ain't got to spare you how about Shema Shai. I'm talking about the men of Israel. That's in the nation of Israel. All right. You 2/3, man. Y'all gonna be afraid, man, when all hell break loose. All right. But the men of the elect is not gonna be afraid because we know the prophecies, man. Okay. So yeah, man, it's finna get hectic out here, man. Real soon. It's already hectic, but it's gonna get even more hectic. Okay. I'm gonna go to Proverbs. I'm gonna go to Proverbs 29:2. It says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice." Which the righteous not ruling yet, so ain't no people in this world rejoicing. Okay. So you see that. That's obvious. You see that people is not rejoicing. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Now, who the wicked ruling? Esau, so-called white man. Esau is ruling. All right, he's the wicked. So it's very plain and simple that people's going through a lot of changes, man. Okay, that's an old saying back in the day, man. Going through a change. Yeah, people going through different changes, man. All right, but when the wicked bear rule, which is Esau, the people mourn. People mourning that, man. Ain't no food, ain't no water, none of that shit. No no clothing, man. You got over Venezuela in these different countries, man. These different poor countries, man, ain't getting the special benefits that they need, man. All right. Why? Because the wicked bear rule. All right. So yeah, man. That's the reason why people are in an uproar, man. Because the wicked is bearing rule. And this the answer to your fucking question, man. All right. He said, when the righteous are in authority, which, you know what I'm saying, Israel's the righteous, all right? You know, and the elect, we are the righteous. All right, we have the confidence, man. We're the righteous. All right, but we is not an authority yet, man, because look at all the hell and the turmoil is going on, the chaos and the confusion and shit, man. Look at all that stuff going on. Because we not in rulership yet. We is not in authority yet. All right. I'm gonna go to this last scripture and I'm gonna close out. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come," and perilous times is here. All right. Let's go to the word perilous, man. It goes back to the Greek word kalipos. Means troublesome, dangerous. Okay. We're living in troublesome, dangerous times, man. Harsh, fierce, and savage. We're living in a time of difficult, and dangerous times, man. People gonna uprise and be savages, man. All right. So we're in the time of savagery, man. Evil times, man. Dangerous times, man. We're in that time. You know what I'm saying? We are in these last days, and people is bugging the fuck out, man. Okay. Especially our people, man. They minds is totally out of whack, man. Gone, man. Okay. They don't know what's going on. They don't know the prophecies. They just going on the day-to-day life, man. Partying and bullshit, man. Why this going on? So it's gonna come a time that Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna turn up the heat even more, man. The heat already turned up. He's gonna turn it up to 9,000 degrees, bro. I'm just adding numbers to it. He's gonna turn it up real soon. So your ass better get right, man, before all hell break loose, man. Shalom.